So you're telling me that you do absolutely no research at home before you decide to purchase a pair of hearing aids? Hey guys, Cliff Olson, Doctor of Audiology and founder of Applied Hearing Solutions in Phoenix, Arizona, and in this video, I'm explaining why it is so important to do some research before you buy your next set of hearing aids. As an avid runner, I will spend several hours researching the perfect pair of running shoes. I'm looking at different things like what foam they use to make the soles of the shoes. I'm looking to see if they have a carbon fiber midsole. I'm looking to see if they are designed for a neutral running gait. I'm looking to see if the tongue of the shoe is integrated into the upper of the shoe, and last but not least, I'm looking to see how cool the shoe looks. Then and only then, once I feel like I've found the perfect pair of running shoes, I will go into a running store and work with an associate so they can actually do a video gait analysis to see if those shoes are functionally perfect for me. And I go through all of this trouble for a pair of running shoes that will cost me anywhere between $75 and $150. And if I'm willing to do that much research for something that costs under $200, then shouldn't you be willing to do a little bit of research on your own if you're going to be spending thousands of dollars on hearing aids? Well, that is exactly what I'm going to teach you how to do in today's video. But before I do me a huge favor, click the like button, really helps out the channel. And if you are not yet subscribed to the channel with notifications turned on, go ahead and do that as well. It is greatly appreciated. And a huge shout out to Phonak for sponsoring today's video, but more on them in a little bit. Also, let me know down in the comment section if you do research for your hearing aids and what type of research you do. Okay, so when it comes to running shoes, there are a few things that are very important when trying to find the perfect pair. The same is true when it comes to finding the perfect pair of hearing aids. If you look at the specification sheets for different hearing aid models and technology tiers, it can be a bit overwhelming. Not to mention, every hearing aid manufacturer has their own proprietary names that they call these different features, so it makes comparing these features very difficult as well. So generally speaking, it's a really good idea to start identifying what some of the key features are that you're looking for based on your wants and needs as you start this research on different hearing aids that are available on the market. And there are three things that most of my patients will start to research before they come into my clinic to discuss their next set of hearing aids. The first is wireless connectivity. When I talk about wireless connectivity, I'm talking about the type of Bluetooth that a hearing aid will use to make sure that it's compatible with other wireless devices you want to connect to, and the wireless accessories that those hearing aids use. For a lot of individuals with hearing loss, Bluetooth is extremely important for hearing and understanding dialogue on TV, being able to hear and understand speech on the telephone, being able to stream audio directly from your smart devices into your ears so you can hear that well, and it's really important if you want to have remote care sessions with your hearing care professional, as well as use your smart devices to make adjustments on your own hearing aids. Currently, there are 4 different types of Bluetooth that's available inside of most hearing aids. You have Bluetooth Low Energy, the ASHA Bluetooth protocol, Bluetooth Classic, and Bluetooth LE Audio. Bluetooth Low Energy is the primary form of Bluetooth used in made-for iPhone hearing aid technology. It's really simple to connect, but the quality of the Bluetooth really isn't that good. The ASHA Bluetooth protocol was designed to allow these made-for iPhone hearing aids to stream audio from Android devices, and while it does work, it doesn't work very well. Bluetooth Classic is extremely universal, which means that hearing aids that use this form of Bluetooth can pair up to pretty much anything. I'm talking smartphones, dumb phones, laptop computers, desktop computers, tablets, and pretty much anything else. The connectivity is really solid, it has good sound quality, but it also chews up a lot of battery. And you have Bluetooth LE Audio, which is the newest form of Bluetooth that has the best sound quality with the lowest battery drain. It also has shareable audio, which means that you can share your audio with somebody else who has LE Audio enabled devices, and it enables a feature called Auracast Broadcast Audio. This allows for direct audio streaming from a public venue like a church, a museum, a sports bar, or even a Broadway show. While this Auracast feature is not widely available yet, eventually in the next couple of years it will be the #1 way for you to stream audio inside of a public venue. Today it is really hard to find a pair of hearing aids that doesn't have any form of Bluetooth. You just have to make sure that the type of Bluetooth you want is the type of Bluetooth that's available inside of your hearing aids. And the same is true when it comes to wireless accessories like remote microphones and TV connectors. If you want to be able to hear better in a background noise situation or directly stream audio from another device like a TV, you need to make sure that the hearing aids you get have the ability to use these accessories. Which is exactly why if wireless connectivity is important to you, you need to do at least a little bit of research before you go in and see your hearing care professional. The second thing that most of my patients research before they come into me to discuss new hearing aids is the amount of customizability that a hearing aid has. Gone are the days where a hearing aid could only increase or decrease volume. However, some hearing aids available today still have limited amount of customizations that your hearing care professionals can do on them in order to get them dialed in perfectly for your hearing loss. So you need to make sure that your hearing aids have numerous customizations available for your hearing care professional to work with. These customizations include, but are not limited to, the amount of equalizer bands that your hearing care professional has to work with when they're customizing the amplification levels for each frequency of your hearing loss when it comes to listening to live speech and streamed audio. But it also has to do with different programs that you can use for streamed audio, such as speech-related media, music-related media, and phone calls. You also want to make sure that you can customize the amount of noise reduction you're using for different environments as well. This includes whether you're in a restaurant, in a car, in a kitchen with a bunch of clinking sounds, or even soft level noises like the refrigerator humming or the dishwasher running. These customizations also include the amount of wind noise reduction you can get, the amount of feedback suppression you can get, and what the configuration of your directional microphones are. There can be as little as a few dozen custom combinations of adjustments inside of a pair of hearing aids to as many as a few thousand combinations of adjustments you can have inside of a pair of hearing aids. It all just depends on the make and model of the hearing aids as well as the level of technology that those hearing aids have. And the third thing that my patients like to research about a new pair of hearing aids is the research itself, like you can find with the Phonak Audeo Infinio Sphere hearing aids from Phonak, today's video sponsor. Now, there is a lot of research that's done on a new pair of hearing aids before and after it hits the market. However, most of this research is being done in a laboratory setting with very little real-world validation. Now, there is nothing wrong with laboratory testing. After all, this is the best way to do an apples-to-apples comparison between different hearing aid technologies. For instance, third-party independent hearing aid testing lab HearAdvisor measures the performance of different hearing aids and gives them a sound score. And when it comes to speech and noise performance, the Phonak Audeo Sphere Infinio hearing aid was ranked #1 in overall performance by a pretty wide margin, thanks to the new Deep Sonic chip that uses artificial intelligence to separate speech from background noise. But how does this hearing aid actually perform based on real-world user preferences? Well, among other forms of research, Phonak conducted a field study having 24 hearing aid users compare the performance of the Audeo Sphere Infinio hearing aids with 2 other competitor brands, and here's what they found. When it came to overall performance in a noisy cafe environment, the Phonak Audeo Sphere Infinio hearing aid was preferred more than the other 2 brands combined. When participants were asked to rate the clarity of speech, the majority of participants rated the Sphere Infinio hearing aids as clear as can be. And then when they were asked about how natural the speech was, again, the majority of participants rated the Sphere Infinio hearing aids as natural as can be by a pretty wide margin. And for all 3 of these ratings, the Phonak Sphere Infinio hearing aids were left in their automatic mode, which means the hearing aids were making decisions on which program settings to put these users in for optimal performance. But you want to know the major reason why the Phonak Audeo Sphere Infinio hearing aids consistently outperform the other brands that they tested? It's the magic of the spheric speech and loud noise program made possible by their new Deep Sonic chip. Go ahead and take a listen for yourself.
I can sponge it maybe later by judging the track or something, but this was like the intro song. And I was like so behind the beat because when I would press it down, all of a sudden the pitch shift stuff was behind by like 10 milliseconds. I mean, it's enough to make the feel off, you know?
It is no wonder why research performed by Phonak and other unaffiliated third-party hearing aid testing labs objectively and subjectively identified that the Phonak Sphere Infinio hearing aids are some of the best hearing aids on the market right now. And just like research for a hearing aid manufacturer is really important, it's also really important for you to do some research as well on your next set of hearing aids. And while the things that I discussed in this video are really important for my patients to research before getting their next set of hearing aids, you may feel like there are other features that you need to research before you pick out the best hearing aids for you. Just make sure that you know when to call it quits, because otherwise you'll be researching forever.